YouTube? How's it going? Dylan here. Been a bit of time, been pretty busy this summer with work and stuff. And also, sporadic issues, just not, coming out as much. So, yeah. Today, we have Civil War 2 number 3. Which, the cover would lie to you and say that, an awesome fight's coming. But I'll tell you now, it doesn't. So, it opens up in a courtroom, which is kind of confusing because of everything that, that happened in the last issue and in this coming, and like, what the preview was for this issue, and you're like, what's going on? And then they start talking about a day, and you realize it was like the end. It picks up, like, Captain Marvel is on trial being cross-examined by Daredevil, and she starts telling the story about when they, like, what picked up at the end where she shows up behind Bruce Banner, and he's just kind of like, hey, what are you doing here? Wait, have I hulked out and I didn't know I did? Like, what's going on? And then Tony shows up and he goes, Tony, why are you here? What is going on? Like, Bruce Banner's really confused. And then they take him outside of his lab and he's greeted with this scene. Like, it is the Inhumans, some X-Men, it is the Avengers, the Ultimates. It is everybody. Just everybody. And it's a lot of people. So, and then it kind of just shows you, like, the sides, who's on whose side, what's going on. A couple people are kind of divided. And then they start explaining to Bruce, like, what happened. Like, they all felt Ulysses' vision and of, like, what he's going to potentially do, and at the same time it's all just being told between Carol and Tony's, like, deposition, I think is what it's called in the court. I don't know, I'm not a law man. So, and then they have, like, Beast hack his systems, and Beast is like, he's been experimenting on himself, and he starts, they're kind of accusing him, and he starts getting defensive, and he starts shouting, and then all of a sudden an arrow comes out of nowhere, straight through his heart, dead. Bruce Banner is killed. Doesn't Hulk out, dead. Just dead. In, like, this huge page, and you just see it, and he actually just drops dead, and all the Avengers and everybody takes off towards where the shot came from, which was in some trees. And it turns out it was Hawkeye that did it. Like, Hawkeye killed Bruce Banner. And he says that Bruce Banner asked him to. Banner was like, I haven't hulked out in nearly a year, and I don't ever want to again. So I'm asking you, if I ever seem like I'm going to Hulk out again, kill me. Stop me from hulking out. I don't want to be him again. And he talks about how, like, he's constantly terrified that he's going to wake up and find out that he hulked out while he was asleep and went on a destructive rampage. So when they're confronting him, Bruce starts yelling, so then Hawkeye kills him, and Hawkeye's like, I see things differently, that's why I'm a great shot. I could see the glint of green in his eyes when he started shouting, so I killed him. I made that choice. And then it's kind of just a kind of a trial about the uses of Ulysses, like, is he actually doing any good? And Tony's very upset. Tony is very upset that Bruce Banner is dead. And he wants to beat the shit out of Carol Danvers, but he's like, I'm just gonna let the courts handle it this time. I'm not gonna do anything. So then it comes to the verdict, which I'm not even entirely sure what they're... Like, it never makes it clear what the case is about. Like, the case isn't about did Clint kill Bruce Banner, because he did, and there's no arguing that. The case is vaguely about is using Ulysses right or wrong, like his powers. It's really weird and very vague. And then it just kind of ends with, like, Mary Jane coming to Tony and going, do you want to hear the verdict? And Tony's like, I already know what the verdict is. And then Friday goes, well, instead of, hearing the verdict, do you want to see what we gained from experimenting on Ulysses while we had him? And he's like, you better not be messing with me, Friday. And Friday's just like, I'm not programmed to do that. So, and then she's just like, well, here it is. And then Tony and Mary Jane are kind of like, whoa, shit, what's that? And Tony's just like, it's our future. So I'm guessing it's not pretty. But you don't get to see that, so... I don't know, I read the original Civil War not that long ago, and it wasn't this slow. Because when you call something Civil War, you want fighting between someone. You want to fight. And there hasn't been one yet. And it's really kind of just disappointing, I guess? Because, like, that's what you kind of want out of the Civil War. Especially since it's like, especially since it's more of it's a different kind of moral debate than the first one was. So, I'm vaguely kind of concerned about this book and its direction, because it's not going anywhere right now. It's a very slow build-up. I honestly might stop this if it doesn't change, if the next issue isn't amazing. Because, like, they've killed, like, 3 characters, which is, impressive, and kind of like, I don't believe any of them are dead anyways. Like, Rhodey dying, I think She-Hulk is dead and or still in critical condition. It doesn't say. Bruce Banner is now dead. That's cool, but they're not going to stay dead long. This is comics. And either they're not going to stay dead long, or it's going to turn out like, oh no, we can change this by going into the past or something. So, and also I'm so really confused as to whether the Captain America in this story is a Hydra agent. Like, I don't think it's going to address that, but still, like, is it Hydra Cap or is it just regular Cap? I don't know. So yeah, so this I might be stopping this if the next issue isn't awesome or something, So yeah. If you were following along with the story, pick it up. I mean, there are some cool things in the issue, like the death of Bruce Banner and, like, Tony's reaction is really great. And the reaction on Tony from Bruce Banner dying was actually a little bit more, like, touching than his reaction for when Rhodey died. Like you just see him in tears, and, like, he's broken down. And now I don't remember him being like that for Rhodey. So I mean, he might be like that because, like, he's like, I lost another friend. I lost another close personal friend. So that might be the reaction, but it's hard to say. So yeah, if you are, you want to find out the story, go ahead to your local comic book store and pick it up. Maybe even go to Marvel's comic app. It's I think it's $4. It's a nice cover. It's got a nice little, like, it's kind of a more solid cover, and then the inside's floppy and stuff. But yeah, I mean, although I will say it's a very pretty book. It's very, very pretty. So yeah, I will catch you guys later. Peace out.